But there were very few games at that time where you could only be a female character.
Yeah.
At that time. Also, if a game failed and it had a female protagonist, it failed because there was a woman lead.
Maybe they don't know this, but you are the voice of Viper.
Welcome to my world.
And so I wanna kind of have you rank. I want to do a ranking.
Oh no.
What about Sasha, the potato girl herself from Attack on Titan?
Hold on, because she's easily distracted by food.
In a fight, you think you have time to go into the kitchen? Like, hold on, Sasha, let me just cook this damn potato, let me boil this.
The Last of Us was very specific about their efforts. But then with Mel, it's the pain of getting hit with a machete or whatever, but also the horror of like someone just took a machete to your pregnant stomach.
And is there any chance we'll hear your voice in Borderlands 4?
This is a technology that is currently being used and has the possibility to replace game performers.
All right, so who do we have joining us today?
What am I doing?
Aren't
use
you
this.
Aloy?
Yes!
What's going on here?
Look,
Aloy?
this isn't a real bow and arrow, okay? Ashly Burch, I play Aloy in Horizon.
Ow! Why would you do that? Gee, I just want to interview you.
I'm sorry.
You could have aimed at the robot, but you decided to hit me.
I can try again.
Jeez. No, no. We're good. We're good. I got to ask you one quick question. Have you ever met Hannah Hoekstra?
Yes. Yeah.
You met her?
Yeah, I met her at, I think there was like a premiere party for Zero Dawn.
No
that I think
way.
I met her
Can you
at,
get
yeah.
her to sign this for me next time you see her? Can you just get her to sign
Yes.
that?
I'll get you to sign. I won't keep this for myself.
No, don't. Just get her to sign.
I'll just get her to sign it.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Can you sign it for me?
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Of course.
But also, you can keep it, and then, like, when
No.
you do see Hannah.
Here you go.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Look at that. Wow. You got just an arrow and everything pointing. Wow. At least you're good with that type of arrow, because you're terrible with that.
Wow, so rude.
What? You hurt me.
I'm done.
You hurt me. So, Ashly, I want to thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. So
Are we allowed to say fit still? Is that so antiquated? You have a great fit.
I have a great. You think so?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
What makes it?
Why are you so surprised?
What makes it a great fit?
I don't know. The pants are good. The shoes are cool. The shirt's good. You just look good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That means so much to me. I rarely get compliments, so whenever I do, I have to just absorb it as much as I possibly can. Which is why I'm just like letting you explain to me the compliment.
I see.
Yeah.
You wanted to elongate it.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
yeah,
So yeah, you're probably wondering, by the way, why there's some weird ass puppets next to you.
I wasn't, but now I am.
You just thought.
Should I have touched them? I did.
Yeah, you totally can.
Gingerly touched.
Yeah,
his
so
hand.
I brought this because I know that you have a puppet series.
Yes.
I think it's fully funded. It's already in development and everything.
It's about to come out.
Okay.
Actually, it's like it's called I'm Happy You're Here.
Yeah.
And the first episode is almost finished, and we're gonna release it very, very soon. And it's basically it's a comedy mental health show for adults.
Oh.
So it tackles the first episode's about anxiety, and we're hoping to make a lot more and tackle subjects like addiction, depression, grief, divorce, but like in a funny way.
But if you were to like compare it to something, would you say it's kind of akin to like Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, as far as like the tonality of it?
Yeah, so Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is awesome. And it's also, I think it's probably the closest comparison. It's more if you know my sense of humor from like, Hey Ash, what you playing or anything like that. It's like that sense of humor, but with the sort of heart that we're aiming for the heart of like a Mr. Rogers Neighborhood. So it's sort of like, you're safe here, it's okay. I am gonna make a joke about fucking a puppet, but that's just to sort of ease us into talking about anxiety disorders, you know what I mean? Like, so it's that kind of thing, yeah.
I love that, yeah.
Thanks.
I have quite the affinity for puppets.
Do you? That's great, because one of the people working on our crew was actively scared of them and didn't tell me until we were in production.
Wait a minute, how do you, what?
Yeah, he had a fear of puppets. And I like showed up on set, and he was like kind of like cagey around them, and I was like, "Are you okay, man?"
But didn't say anything about it. Just like you found out after production wrapped.
During production.
Oh, during
we were
production.
in, and there were puppets all around him. I was like, "Are you gonna be okay?"
How could you be afraid of these cute, adorable? You can put your hand in those.
Oh, wow. Okay, amazing.
Yeah, isn't that cool? So
Cute.
What I was gonna do initially was I was
Yes.
gonna have us just conduct the interview with the puppets.
Okay, great. That's what I was hoping.
So I was
you were gonna
I was
say.
gonna do like a weird voice, like, "Hey, how you doing there, Ashley? I don't know if this is a good voice for a puppet, but just thought I'd say hi. How are you?" Is that good? That's like
It's changed a couple of times, but I feel like you've landed in a good spot.
it's like a weird Peter Griffin. I don't know what I don't know what I'm trying to do with this weird ass voice. What would you give Bosco the bunny?
I like it. I like the voice.
You like whatever this is? I sound like Fred Flintstone.
You're just running through different cartoon characters, but I like it.
Yeah, I'm just trying my best here. So these actually, the story behind these weird ass things that I have.
Yeah, I'm curious.
This was back in my Geek and Sundry days.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Akeem here.
So I had this dude from Canada. His name is Jamil. He designed some puppets, and I had like a weird puppet series that
that's
I
fun.
cringe at now. Please, editor, do not go and dig up those old YouTube videos.
Hey, it's nice to be here. You know, I don't know where here is.
I already know you will, and you're gonna B-roll
Splice it in.
It's
Yeah,
terrible. When is the premiere of?
Hopefully next week.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out some. It's truly just like we're in color and we have some technical issues we have to figure out because a lot of the show is like it's art backgrounds but with live action foreground and puppets, and so there's a lot of basically every shot is a VFX shot because we shot a bunch of it on blue screen. So some of that is messing up with color and whatever. So we're just trying to figure that out, and then once that's done, it'll be out. So I don't know, when is this coming out?
Oh man, probably 2 weeks from now.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. So that it will hope. I mean, if it's not out in 2 weeks, I'm gonna be so bummed.
Yeah.
So yes, there will be footage. Should I? Will it be spliced?
Well, it'll be spliced in.
Check out this footage. Happy you're here.
I'm happy you're here.
Happy you're here. I'm happy you're here.
And Freddie Wong's associated with it.
Yes.
I love him.
Yeah, Freddie Wong and Matt Arnold
Yeah.
of Rocket Jump and Video Game High School fame directed it. I'm so glad because when we were trying to figure out how we were gonna get the look of this down, we realized that there was gonna be a lot of VFX involved because it's very much inspired by like shows that maybe you and I watched as kid, like Blue's Clues and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Pee-wee's Playhouse. But we wanted it to have a look that was specific to the show. So it wasn't just like me in front of a blue screen looking exactly like Blue's Clues. We wanted to figure out a way that it would feel cozy was always the word I was looking for because I just wanted to feel like comfortable and comforting when you watch the show and not like you're gonna have a panic attack watching it because we're already talking about stuff that could be difficult to talk about.
Yeah.
And so the more that we got into it, the more I was like, I don't know what we're doing or how we're going to do this, but I know people that can and do know. And so I reached out to Matt and Freddie, and they were super down, which thank God, because I don't really know how we could have made it without them.
Yeah, and so each episode, does it cover a different? So what are they different themes each episode, or how is it gonna like? How do they play out exactly?
So the goal would be that the first one is about anxiety disorders.
Okay.
And then, so what we're doing is we've partnered with a nonprofit, a 501c3, so that you can make a donation to the show and it's tax deductible.
Okay.
So we're going to be fundraising using the first episode. And basically the goal is to make it so that every episode covers a different mental health topic. So like, for example, I have a bunch of friends that are in their, mostly 30s and 40s now that just recently got ADHD diagnoses or are maybe thinking about the fact that they might have ADHD. So stuff like that where like, here's an episode about getting diagnosed with ADHD when you're an adult, or here's an episode about depression, or, we have I have OCD. We'd have an episode about OCD, addiction, divorce, just stuff that like postpartum, just stuff that adults deal with that they might not have a lot of support around. Because I don't know if you feel this way, but I have definitely felt that like when you hit a certain age as an adult, you're just sort of shoved out of the proverbial nest and everyone's like, you've got this, right? And none of us do. None of us know what we're doing. We just sort of stopped asking for help because we feel like we can't anymore.
That is true.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what the show is like, we know we all need help. We all need support. We all need to be able to talk about this stuff, and maybe we don't know how yet. So this is a way, the show is sort of a way to like either help someone that's going through the thing that the episode topic is about, or like, if you have a loved one that's like pissed at you for always being late, and you're like, I have ADHD, I have time blindness, and you don't know how to explain it, that you could send the episode.
Yeah.
So it's a way of being like, look, I have this thing, I don't know how to communicate it to you, but this thing does, so just watch it.
Yeah, and it's a great medium to do it through, I think. Like, just like the addition of puppets. I saw some of the designs, they look pretty cool.
Thank you.
You know,
yeah.
so like I feel like that's a great medium to like, I mean, like get me into it, you know? Because because it's, I think, well, puppets are supposed to be disarming, you know, which is why, like, I mean, to this day, don't judge me, I still watch Sesame Street. I'm sorry. Did I mispronounce that? Is that
Was that it?
Why are we laughing? How do you say it?
Sesame, you got it right. Yeah. It's Sesame.
There's no real street named Sesame, okay? Let's just deal with that. So however I pronounce it, it's tomato, all right?
Yeah, that's right.
But no, I mean, to this day, it was on, what, Max? So I was like, this must be for adults. So that's why I started watching it again.
No, I don't judge you at all. Sesame Street is great. This is the thing. I feel like also I don't know what generation you are. I'm a millennial, but
Same.
I feel like millennials especially we're very nostalgic.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way that we've coped with all the shit that's happened in our lifetimes. And so there is something comforting about going back to these shows that we watched when we were kids.
Yeah.
And to your point about puppets too, yeah, I feel like especially with mental health, that's also why it was important to me that it was funny, because I just, having gone through a bunch of mental health stuff myself, there's just you don't want it to be heavy. Like I want it to be genuine and authentic and talk about real things and go to real places, but not in a way that's like you leave it and you feel like, you know, 300 pounds heavier than you were
exhausted,
before. Exhausted and like, you know, and I think that's the thing with puppets as well, is like seeing a human have depression is kind of hard. Seeing a puppet have depression, kind of funny.
Yeah. Whoa, damn.
You know? And so that was kind of the basis. And the puppets were designed by Han Sang, who, if you watch Be and Puppy Cat or Steven Universe, then you know his work.
Of course.
Yeah,
yes.
He's amazing. And then the puppets were constructed and partially puppeteered by BJ Geyer, who has been involved with any puppet thing that you've ever watched. So he like did Team America, he did The Book of Pooh, I think he was on Crank Anchor. Like he was involved with like every puppet thing that's existed in the last like 20 years. So it was a crack team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy you're here.
I'm happy you're here, yeah.
Definitely check it out. Speaking of which, I'm very happy you're here, Ashly.
What a segue.
Yeah, because
Thank you.
I'm a huge video game nerd. And yes, 100%. Look at the glasses on my face, you know. So I'm glad you're here because I want to talk to you about, I feel like one of the most prominent roles you're probably known for, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I would have to say, would it be correct to say Aloy?
Is it her? Yeah.
Aloy, yes, from the Horizon series.
Yes.
Been around for several years. I mean, you have a sequel, you have a VR game, you have a Lego game. Now, I want you to kind of take us back. Did you ever, when you first got this role, like the audition for the role, and then you got cast for it, did you ever think that we would still be like going on this journey with Aloy?
No.
Yeah?
It was really, I keep hitting this. Sorry, Ashly, Invisible Ashly. I keep hitting the mic.
She's talking to herself, by the way.
I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
I've gone rogue. I'm like adjusting things, I'm hitting things. Sorry. No, I got the audition for Aloy. Man, I'm trying to remember. It must have been 2014 or 2015, the first time I got it. Because I think it got sent out. I auditioned for it. I knew that it must be a player character because in the audition there were like conditionals, like dialogue trees.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know what these are. I play games. And then I didn't hear anything, and I was like, great, I didn't get that. And then the same set of sides came out again, and I was like, oh, I guess they didn't find this person. I guess I'll audition again. And that was the one that stuck. And they brought me in for, I think it was the E3 trailer, whatever, RIP,
Yeah.
E3.
Yeah.
Whenever that was. I don't even know what year that was. But I hadn't seen anything from the game. I didn't know what I was getting into, and they showed me gameplay footage that was featured in that original E3 trailer. That's Aloy sneaking through the grass and taking down I forget what machine.
One of the zoomorphic robots.
Yes, one of the I like that, zoomorphic robots. And that's when I got kind of nervous, actually, and excited. But I was like, oh, this game is huge, and it's beautiful. And this is a really big deal. And I didn't know that this was going to be a really big deal. And now I'm scared. Because I'm the lead. Yeah, I mean, that was my first. I think that the two other big characters that I'd played before that were Tiny Tina in Borderlands and Chloe in Life is Strange, which were big parts. And Chloe was, I think, probably arguably bigger than Tina because she was, you know, such a pivotal part of the narrative of Life is Strange.
Yeah.
But it felt really different to be the lead of an open world game. And at that time, there weren't really any games that I could think of apart from maybe Mirror's Edge that had only one protagonist, and that protagonist was a woman. Like, you know, there had been games at like Mass Effect where you could choose your gender, but there were very few games at that time where you could only be a female character.
Yeah.
At that time. Also, if a game failed and it had a female protagonist, then inevitably a narrative would come out that like, oh, it failed because there was a woman lead.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I can't mess this up because I don't want that to be the story. I don't want it to be like, well, Horizon failed because there was a lady as the lead character, you know?
Yeah, but anyone that thinks that way is just dumb. You know,
I agree.
If a game succeeds or if it fails, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the gender. It would have to do with a lot of other things,
Yes.
you know, pertaining to the game outside of that. So those are dum-dums. I'm sorry you were worried about that, you know, back then.
I mean, as we mentioned before, I have an anxiety disorder. That's why I made that show. So, you know, I probably would have been worried anyway. But yeah, I mean, it was also, it was a big level up for me in terms of, you know, this is a massive game with so many hours and you're spending all this time with this character. So I just really wanted her to feel like someone that you wanted to spend that amount of time with, and that carried the story that was so cool and well developed and meaningful in a way that was resonant. So yeah. The long-winded way of answering your question, no, I really didn't think that we would be like 3 games deep.
Yeah.
4 with the VR game.
Yeah, with the VR game. Don't forget about that. No, the Lego game was a bit of a shocker to me. When that was revealed, I remember that trailer when it came out. I was like, really? We're doing Legos now? You know, we're making Lego Horizon. You know, so I'm kind of curious. What was your? Because it's a bit of a juxtaposition. Because it's like, you know, this game. It's like it's got very serious tones. And then like you know, obviously anything Lego related is very lighthearted. Right. So when you were approached for the Lego version, what were your thoughts?
I was kind of excited actually to play a version of Aloy that was having a lot more fun. Which I think, you know, she's gone through an arc over the course of you know, Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, where I think, you know, you can see it in the DLC for Forbidden West, where she's lighter and more open to people, and she has a romance for the first time. So, you know, she had to go through a journey to get to be a little bit more open and have a little bit more fun in her life, despite the fact that she's trying to save the world all the time. But the nice thing about Lego Aloy is that it's just all fun all the time. So, you know, people are dressing up like hot dogs and stuff. Like, it's very... You know, the tone is very different. But I also just love Legos. And so I don't know if you've built the tall neck. There's a Lego tall neck.
No. What?
Yeah.
The tall neck?
There's a tall neck, yeah. So the robot, is it? It's not here. There's a robot in the game that looks like a giraffe, but has like a disc for a head.
Right, yeah.
So there's a Lego set, a tall neck Lego set that predated even the game that came out. Okay. That is a very fun build if you like Legos.
They take too long.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it might as well
I'm so shocked.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle to me. That's why I can't play with Legos.
But even with the ones that you have the instructions?
What? They come with instructions? See, I didn't know that. I thought it was just a box filled with blocks.
No, you got to get back into it.
I never bought one. I just, okay.
You should get
duly noted.
That's because I can't like free build stuff.
Yeah.
It just too much. I don't have that kind of like crafty capability.
Okay.
So I buy the ones that are like pre-made and they have a little booklet and you follow instructions and it tells you where to put stuff and it's great. Meditative.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to get back into Legos.
You should. They're great.
Then.
There's a bunch of video game ones now, too.
Okay, so I want to talk about this. You've probably noticed this in gaming where, like, they use, like, the likeness of actors and models and whatnot. For Horizon, it's Hannah Hoekstra. Would you ever want to have your likeness put inside of a video game?
Sure, yeah. I would love that. I think it's interesting because I think, had the look of Aloy for a while before I was cast. I think that's right. They knew that she was going to be a long-haired redhead, at least, for sure. But what's interesting is that I did get my face scanned in the same way so that they could map my face onto the Aloy model to make the facial animation more accurate. Right. So Gorilla does have my head somewhere in their databanks. They have my face somewhere. But yeah, I would love that. I think also just because it does seem to help with facial animation. If you have the likeness of the actor on the actual model of the character, it just translates better, I think. So all my weird little choices that I make and the way my eyes move and stuff like that, I think would probably translate better if my likeness was in a game. So I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, it also I feel like it just immortalizes you a little bit more when you're like, so like, I mean, I follow Hannah. She's posting like, I'm in Japan, and people, you go inside of the comment section, it's nothing but Aloy gifts and whatnot. It's like, leave her alone. She's trying to live her best life.
Yeah, she's trying to live her life. Yeah.
All right. And y'all just keep like dropping that, you know, here and there. I don't know how much of that you probably, because you voice so many different characters, you probably get like a widespread of individuals that are commenting that, you know, like they know you as, I'm gonna say a deep cut Enid from OKKO.
Oh, hell yeah.
I missed that show
so
too. Much.
It's such a good show.
Yeah. But you probably get like a widespread of characters. So Ashley, tell me about the tech demo. Don't laugh. Is it a funny tech demo? What are you doing?
No, it wasn't a funny tech demo.
That was insane. When I saw that, I was like, I got kind of scared for a second.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a weird time for game performers right now because we're on strike and we're trying to get AI protections for, you know, sort of that, like the tech demo got released and it was leaked, I should say. Yeah. And, you know, Guerrilla reached out to me and said it was exploratory and they weren't, you know, planning on using any sort of AI in like a final product of the game. But it is, you know, it showed that like this is a technology that developers want to use. They're curious about. I mean, since that AI Darth Vader has come out, I think Epic just said that they want to make it so that players can use AI to create their own NPCs. Yeah. So this is a technology that is currently being used and has the possibility to replace game performers. And so it's a big deal. And you know, we've been on strike for like 10 months and we wouldn't be doing that if it wasn't kind of an existential threat to our livelihoods. Like this is something that has the possibility of displacing huge amounts of work for game performers, whether that's movement performers or voice performers. And, you know, SAG and all of us on strike are not saying like, hey, don't use this technology. Basically, what we're saying is like, please protect us. Like, get our consent before you use any of our material to make a digital replica of us. Tell us how you're going to use it and pay us like you would pay us if we were coming into the booth. And we feel like those are extremely reasonable requests. And we're just hoping that the employers will do what we think is very reasonable and very logical and agree to those terms so everyone can get back to work.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I hope that's like the results because like, because again, like going back to that tech demo, I remember, so on a podcast, we saw that. Yeah. And we were trying to, you know, break it down. Like, what are the benefits of this? You know, like you shouldn't just be doing this on its own, especially when there are fully capable actors out there, especially without getting consent, you know. It's cool technology, but at the same time, it's like there should probably be a proper route to go in order to get that type of approval for that type of thing.
Yeah. And I also think too, it's like all the sort of like soft artistic skills are like the ones that aren't like sculpting where you can like, look at this piece of art I made, like acting and writing. These are skills that they're difficult to quantify. Like, I think when someone is really good at it, it looks effortless. Because they have years and years and years of experience and expertise that they've put into the work that they're doing. And so I think it's also a little bit short-sighted to think that you can replace actors with AI because every actor brings, you know, if you put 10 different women in a room to play Aloy, you would have gotten 10 different performances. There is no, you know, any person, there is only one version of Ellie that Ashley Johnson would do. You know what I mean? Like that is Ellie is so specific because Ashley Johnson is the one playing her. And it's the same with every character. The actor brings so much of themselves to every role, and that is not something a machine can replicate. So it's also, I think, like I said, I think it's a short-sighted way of viewing this, you know, sort of development, which is to say that like, yeah, you can use an AI to make Darth Vader, but like if you're trying to tell a story and trying to get people to feel stuff, a machine can't do that. No. So yeah, we really hope that we can resolve this in a way that will protect all of the performers that have made this their lives.
One of my favorites, I want to shift gears a little bit. Yeah. So we're celebrating 5 years of Valorant. And of course, people might know you, or maybe they don't know this, but you are the voice of Viper.
I am.
From Valorant, this 5-year-old game, this FPS that came out just 5 years ago that has become massive for Riot Games.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about this role.
Yeah, sure.
Now, going into this, did you know that this was going to be as massive as it is today? And what's it been like embracing that particular fandom?
Man, I was, I had a suspicion, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was Riot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, they make massive games. They make, I was like, they are like a beast when it comes to making multiplayer games. So I had a suspicion that it might be popular.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, oh, it's going to be the biggest FPS in the world, or maybe even as big as it is now. But I was like, this is probably going to hit. It's Riot. This is probably going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been cool because I don't often get cast as a villain, or even like I guess Tiny Tina is kind of morally dubious sometimes.
Yeah.
But I often get cast as like, heroes. And Viper is definitely probably the most sadistic character that I play, I would say. She seems to enjoy inflicting pain more than other characters that I play. So it's a fun one. I think also because people are surprised that I play her and are surprised that I would get cast in a role like that. But it's like such a fun, playing villains is so fun. It's a fun like way to flex a different muscle.
Yeah, and she's one of my favorite controllers. I think she's one of the longest running controllers in that game. Because she was there during the inception, but when the game first came out.
Right.
I rarely do this. Actually, I never do this, but because I'm such a huge fan of this game, I got to do it for all the Val players out there. You wouldn't mind saying her ultimate scream. Do you know what it is? do you know the line?
Is it
It's welcome to my world.
Okay, I didn't know if it was something about like making me a monster. Or
No. And when you do it, can you just like, you don't have to put this on, but can you just like hold it near your face?
That's so funny. I didn't see. Oh my God, I didn't see this when I came in. Is this specifically her? Or
Yeah. She wears. Yeah. So Viper, she
right, she
emits
has a gas mask.
Toxins.
But this is exactly her like model.
I couldn't get it. It was gonna take 3 weeks to get here. I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna just get one of those masks off of Amazon and just get it there.
You could have said yes, and I would have been like, wow.
Yes,
you're
actually,
really
it's an exact replica.
Yeah,
I got it
let's
from.
Let's try again.
Is this the exact replica?
Yeah, absolutely. I got it from the Riot Games arena.
You're a real fan.
Of course.
I've never been asked to do a line with a prop, so I'm just processing that. Sorry. Welcome to my world.
That was so good! Oh my goodness! Goosebumps! Goosebumps! Every single time I hear that ultimate, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta run. I don't want to be welcome to your world. I'm sorry.
You don't?
Not Viper's world? That means I'm about to die. All right? That means I can't plant this spike because I'm about to die. She's in close proximity. I got to get the hell out of here, is what that means. Well, shout out to everyone over at Riot Games. Congratulations for 5 years of Valorant. May y'all see many, many more years. At least 5 more. You know, I don't want to.
At least.
Yeah, I don't want to overshoot it. I want to shift gears a little bit. I want to play a little game with you.
Okay.
Because you have voiced a lot of characters, and so I want to kind of have you rank. I want to do a ranking.
Oh no.
Yes.
That's so hard.
See, here's the thing. I know each and every one of the characters that you voiced are your favorite.
Yeah.
And they're good for certain reasons. Each and every one of them are good, special in their own way. Let's see. I have 8.
Okay.
And I want you to rank them from your favorite to your.
You can't make me do this.
Okay,
You can't make me do this.
Well, hold on here. Ashley, they're all your kids.
Yes.
And I want you to let me know which of your kids is the best and which one is not so best.
Okay.
Or we can rephrase that.
Yeah,
How do you want to phrase
maybe
it?
we could do a different ranking system.
Okay, yeah.
Like, who do I think I could win in a fight against? Or, I don't know, like something like that.
Number 1, Aloy.
No, she'd kill me.
Okay.
Very easily.
Or let's do that then. Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah. Let's start with The Last of Us Part 2's Mel.
So we have 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Is 1 the one that I think that I could actually win against?
You can actually take on, and I want you to tell me why, based upon, your portrayal of the character.
This is gonna get dark.
Yeah.
Okay, man, I'm so curious what the other characters are because I'm trying to figure out like.
Don't do it. Also,
Unfortunately,
you can rearrange them if you want.
I can. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm allowed to. All right.
Yeah.
Because I have I've played a lot of very competent fighters. I would put Mel a little higher in the ranking because she's pregnant.
Yeah, I know. She was pregnant.
So, you know, but she also has combat training. Like she's good with a gun. Does she have a gun?
In this instance,
scenario?
she doesn't because you're sneaking up on her and you catch her off guard.
I catch her off guard.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I would put her. If one is the one that I feel like I could actually take in a fight, I'd put Mel at like a 3.
Okay. All right. I like that. Three is solid.
I feel so bad saying that. Sorry, Mel.
It's okay.
It's just, you know.
She didn't see it coming.
She's got another, you know, human in there slowing her down. So.
I don't mean to get dark, but I mean, like, The Last, of course, is a very, you know, heavy, you know, video game.
Yes.
I want to ask you about that before we move on to the next one. Kind of curious to know, did you play the first game? Did you
Yes,
before you got cast as Mel in The Last of Us Part 2? Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
so what was it? And did you know that you were auditioning for The Last of Us Part 2?
Yes. So actually, I auditioned for a couple of different characters in The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
And then ended up getting Mel.
Okay.
And yeah, I was really excited because I loved the first game.
Yeah.
And Neil sort of told me the general overview of what the game was going to be, the story and how, you know, Ellie and Abby's stories would intersect and shift. And how they would do handoffs during the game. And I loved it. I thought it was such a cool way of using gaming as a storytelling medium to literally put you in Abby's shoes and have that experience. So I was psyched. It's also the most difficult efforts sessions I've ever had. Efforts being like when you get attacked or attack. It's any sort of like grunting noise, like jumps, hits, getting hit, all that kind of stuff. But The Last of Us was very specific about their efforts. So it was like, you're getting hit in this body part with this type of weapon. You're attacking someone in this body part with this type of weapon. But then with Mel, it was especially hard because sometimes it would be like you're getting hit in the stomach. Because you I think you have one mission where you're out with Abby.
Yeah.
So it would be the thing of like it's the pain of getting hit with a machete or whatever, but also the horror of like someone just took a machete to your pregnant stomach. So it was intense.
Was this the most dramatic role for you, do you think, voice acting wise?
That's a good question. I don't know, actually. I think Chloe was pretty up there. I think probably like, you know, when we get deeper into the episodes, things get heavier and heavier, and then there's the choice you make it, obviously, at the end of the game. It was pretty dramatic. But I think maybe in terms of like the tone of the overall game, Last of Us 2 is probably the darkest game I've been in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Chloe, where would you rank Chloe?
She's scrappy.
Yeah.
Okay, and what, so I was sneaking up on Mel. What's the deal with Chloe?
Chloe's just standing there.
Oh, no.
Cup of coffee in one hand.
I do think Chloe has youth and anger on her side. So I'll put her at a 4. I think.
Why 4?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. I'm like going through my Rolodex of characters, and I'm like, no, she could be my Ash, she could be my Ash, she could be my. So, but I do think that she probably would put up more of a fight than Mel, possibly.
Okay.
Possibly.
More of a fight than Mel. Okay, so we're going.
Because one is I can beat them.
Yeah. Okay.
And then 8 is they will destroy me.
Yeah. Okay. But
So-
Mel's at 3, right?
Mel is at 3.
All right.
That
Chloe's
might
at
actually
4.
be incorrect. I wonder if Mel's at 4 and Chloe's at 3. I'm gonna swap them.
Okay, yeah, we can swap those. Next up, we have everyone's favorite character from Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Danica Hart.
Oh, I could beat up Danica. Danica's at a 1.
But no, you can only use your words, though.
I can only use my words?
Yes, because, you know, Danica's a talker, you know, so...
I still think I could get her.
Really?
Yeah.
In a debate. In a debate about who's the strongest superhero in New York.
Oh, well, God damn it. You keep changing the parameters,
I'm
man.
just adding more layers.
I just know who's coming up. You know what I mean? And I have to, I'll put her at a 2. She's at a 2.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Danica's
All right.
at a 2.
No, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Danica Hart a little bit more.
Yeah.
A lot of people criticize the game, saying that she's annoying. Do you agree with any of that when people say that? I don't agree with it. I enjoy, you know, just her being that little bug in my ear talking while
Sure.
I'm trying to just whip throughout the city.
Sure.
But there's so many people. What are your thoughts on Danica as a character?
You know what's funny is I think I said this in another interview as well, but because the interviewer was like, "How does it feel voicing such an annoying character?" And I was like, "It's funny because I was told, Ashly, just be yourself for this role." So
Oh, damn.
it feels
Damn, that explains why I've been so annoyed this entire interview. Now I understand. I was trying to ignore it. I'm kidding, of course. These are jokes.
These are jokes.
Yes.
No, I love it. I actually thought that I think she's a pretty sweet character.
Yeah,
and she's very well-meaning. You know, she's very community-focused, which I like. She really cares about her neighborhood. She speaks truth to power. That's probably why people think she's annoying. Yeah. It's because she's very moral and.
You're just describing yourself, is what it sounds like. That's what you're doing right now.
No one understands her. She's just trying her best.
Okay, but that's a good placement. Number 2. Next up, because we're jumping all over the place, not just video game characters. So I'm gonna go to some anime.
Oh.
What about Sasha, the potato girl herself from Attack on Titan?
Sasha could kill me probably. I would put Sasha. Let's see. We got Mel. Mel's at 4. Chloe's at 3. Danica's 2.
Yeah.
I would give Sasha 5.
Okay.
Yeah, because she obviously is, well, actually, hold on, because she's easily distracted by food.
Yeah.
Do I have food on me?
You have 6 potatoes on hand.
Oh, then she's a 1.
Okay.
Well, are they cooked? Are they prepared, or do I have time to prepare them?
They're actually just old computers. That's what we back in the day called computers that are
They're
old.
computers.
It's just a potato.
Okay.
Oh, you thought I meant food?
Yes.
Oh, you did say food.
I did say
okay,
food.
We'll give you 1 actual potato and then
raw.
Yes, raw.
Raw. Do I have time to prepare it?
No. In a fight, you think you have time to go into the kitchen? Like, hold on, Sasha, let me just cook this damn potato. Let me boil this. No, you don't have no time.
Well, because she, if I was to distract her and be like, look what I've got here, I would like to make you a lovely baked potato. Just give me, 20 minutes.
If you think she's easily distracted, then yes. You can just point at the Titan that's probably behind her.
That's true.
Okay.
Without any food, she's a 5. With prepared food in front of her, she's a 1.
Oh, damn. So you're putting her all... Okay, well, let's say you have prepared food. So we'll leave her at 1 for now.
Yes. I think if she has food to distract her, then I could come up and...
Okay. This might change, though.
It might change. It might change.
By the way, what did you think of the finale of Attack on Titan? Did you see it?
I didn't see it, but I think I know what happens.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
It is. It's sad. It's honestly, it's just sad that the series as a whole has come to an end. It's one of my favorite anime.
Yeah.
Speaking of animated series, I want to talk about, of course, I mentioned it earlier, OKKO, Let's Be Heroes, Enid.
Enid.
Yes.
Oh, Enid could really put the hurt on me. She could really put the hurt on me. Okay, Sasha's at a 1 because we have mashed potatoes in front of her.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 6, 7, and 8 basically.
Uh-huh. And you got some heavy hitters coming up.
I know. I'm like, are you going to ask me about Aloy? Are you going to ask me about Viper? I would for now, I'll put Enid at a 7. She has ninja powers and she has witch powers.
Yeah.
That's a lot of powers. I have 0. I have 0 against her too. So I think she could really do some damage.
Okay. What was it like, by the way? I have to ask you this. What was it like voicing Enid and working with that team?
It was awesome. I'm so bummed that you can't find OKKO on Max anymore. It's such a good show. It's for people that don't know, it was a show that was on Cartoon Network made by Ian Jones Quarterly, who worked on Steven Universe. And it's so funny. I think that's the thing that I love so much about it. Like, there's a joke that I love in the show that they always refer to KO as being 6 to 11 because that is the demographic of kids that Cartoon Network is trying to hit. So they always just said, like, if he had a birthday, his birthday candle said 6 to 11. Like, I just thought that was such a funny joke. And there's so many jokes like that. Like, it's just very like Ian and Toby Jones, who's also one of the EPs on it. It's just very them. It's like their sense of humor. They also really love doing stuff like they let characters be off model. You know, if you notice that at all.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like,
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, depending on who was storyboarding a particular episode, their like signature style would be all over that episode. And they also did so many fun, like weird crossovers. Like there's a Sonic the Hedgehog episode and there was a Captain Planet episode.
That one was so weird. Caught me off guard, the Captain Planet episode. But it was, I loved it though.
I did too. I loved Captain Planet when I was a kid. So yeah, and there's like we did like a funny, because at the end of Captain Planet, there was always like this is stuff that you can do to help save the planet. And we did a version of that in the Captain Planet animation style. So there's like a strangely like, not not photorealistic, but much more realistic Enid with like intense abs. But yeah, the show they just like tried random stuff and they threw stuff at the wall, and it was always so funny and like interesting. And I really loved the world they built. And there was a game actually of OKKO as well that was really fun. So I loved that show, and I hope someday it's available for people to watch again.
Yeah, that show had so much potential. I was one of those YouTubers that made like these very lengthy theory commentary videos on the world of OKKO.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was one of those individuals. Also did it for Steven Universe.
Amazing.
His partner Rebecca Sugar, of course, created that show. I don't know. I love those world building shows.
Yes, totally.
We don't get those types of shows anymore, like Adventure Time, Steven Universe. But where did you put Enid, by the way?
I put her at 7.
Okay, 7.
I might have to change.
You might regret that. I'm just gonna let you know.
Oh no!
Because coming up, we have. You probably weren't expecting this character, Ash from Final Space.
Oh, I wasn't.
Yeah, see, gotcha.
Shit. Oh no, she's so powerful.
Yes.
Okay, I want to know who else. We have one other person. We have one other character left.
Yeah. We have we have one other person. Yeah.
Okay. Man, I think Ash has to go at 8.
Okay.
Because I feel like she could destroy a planet if she really put her mind to it. She's intense. Ash would absolutely eviscerate me, like within a second.
So what was it like working on that series? Like I feel like Olan Rogers really, created something special with that series, and it's upsetting, seeing the outcome of that show. But at least he's working on, I believe, a graphic novel to kind of wrap things up. So I'm kind of curious, what was it like working on that particular series?
I was so psyched to be part of Final Space. I remember auditioning for it and being like, come on, my name's Ashly. They have to give me this character. Her name's Ash. Come on. But I just love, I love that all the people in that cast so much. There's scenes that I wasn't in the booth with him, but I have scenes with David Tennant's character, which was a huge thing for my geek heart. Yeah, and I think she has such a cool storyline, Ash does. Yeah. She goes through this really interesting arc, and I got to play so much different stuff with her, like sort of wide-eyed, naive, and like, open-hearted to like really intense and insane. And so there was just a lot of colors with her that were really fun to play. Yeah, I was so psyched to be part of that show.
Yeah, that's one of those shows that another show that I really miss, but I'm glad you were a part of it,
Thanks,
part of the
too.
legacy of that show.
Yeah.
Now the final character.
Okay.
Who you weren't expecting, maybe you were.
Okay.
Is Tiny Tina.
Okay, I was waiting for Tina. Right now I have 6 left.
You just gonna slot her in there?
I don't know. This is the question. Could she kill me harder than Enid could? I think she could. Because I think Enid has more of a moral compass than Tina. I think Enid might not try to like actually murder me.
Yeah.
I would not put it past Tina to murder me. So I do think, I think it's going to go Ash from Final Space. Okay. Tina from Borderlands, then Enid, then Mel. Was it Mel?
Mel was number 4, right? Or are you rejiggering it?
I'm not rejiggering. I feel like I'm forgetting someone.
It's okay. The editor, he's been keeping up, so he's going to have it all in
okay, great. You can make a little
order.
List right here or something of how badly I will get killed by.
So this is what we have so far. As you can see, Ashly is illustrating it.
Yes, Tina. Yeah, Tina. I mean, she's an explosive. She's all about explosives. So I feel like she would take me and an entire city block out, probably. Yeah.
Well, that's the final list right there. So we're putting Tiny Tina at 6. Are you going to keep it, or where are you going to put her?
I can't remember any of the other rankings now, but I think she's 3rd.
3rd. Okay.
So it would go Ash, Tina, Enid, and then I forget.
And then everyone else.
And then I forget after that.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't know if you're going to put Aloy or Viper in there, so that's why I was hedging my bets.
I didn't want to do that to you because I feel like those are like known quantities.
Sure.
So I wanted to kind of like, trip you up a little bit there.
Yeah, thank you. You did.
Which I feel like I did a good job.
You did, absolutely, yeah.
Speaking of Tiny Tina, though, you initially voiced her in Borderlands 2, correct?
That is right, yeah.
And then over the years, she kind of like evolved as a character, subsequently getting her own video game in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. What was it like when you were approached to do that? That this character would have their own standalone game?
That was very surreal. Because Tina wasn't she was my first character that I ever played. Yeah. So the fact that she was a fan favorite in Borderlands was incredible. but I never in a million years would have guessed that she would get her own spinoff. But I think, it's a testament to how popular Assault on Dragon Keep, which was the Borderlands 2 DLC was.
Yeah.
And yeah, I loved working on Wonderlands. I was and remain shocked that that a character I played when I was 18 that like my brother wrote now has her own spinoff is really wild.
It's wild. Did you see the movie Borderlands?
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what did you think of Ariana Greenblatt's portrayal of Tiny Tina?
I thought she did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because whenever something is adapted, it's just going to be different. The actor's going to have their own take on it, and so I think she made it her own, and she was super cute. I loved how accurate the outfit was.
yeah, very accurate.
Yeah.
I interviewed her back in 2020 for the movie Love and Monsters.
Oh yeah,
and even in that interview, she had like that Tiny Tina energy. Looking back at that, I'm like, oh wow, she was a perfect fit for this particular role.
Yeah, totally.
I wish the movie wasn't as critically panned as it was. But I mean, it's an adaptation of a beloved franchise, so I get it.
Right.
It might be part of the reason why they canceled the damn Horizon series. Like, oh, we don't know, we don't want to touch this, maybe. But I know that one had its own problems as well. But sticking with Borderlands, are you excited for Borderlands 4? And is there any chance we'll hear your voice in Borderlands 4? I think you already answered this, and the answer's online. But things might have changed with time. That's an old interview, so
I haven't heard anything. So that's the same answer, unfortunately.
But the game's coming out soon.
Oh well, yeah. Then I guess.
What the hell's going on? Damn, that might just answer my question. If you haven't heard anything, unless you're like trying to surprise us. I keep forgetting NDAs are things that exist. So even if you
I know, even if I was, I couldn't say.
Right,
so.
yeah. Okay, all right, fair enough. But are you excited for Borderlands 4?
Yes. I'm trying to remember anything that happened in Borderlands 3.
You have to think about it.
Well, I was like, what's happening? Because I was trying to go back in my mind of like, what happened in Borderlands 3?
It's complete chaos.
And my brain is chaos.
Yeah.
So I was...
No, not your brain. I mean, what happens in Borderlands 3 is complete
chaos. Yeah. So my hesitation was just like, were there plot lines that I was like, oh, I really want to learn about that, but I don't remember anything. But yes, it's exciting that it's coming out.
Now I want to do before we wrap up, I want to do just some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
I have just 4 for you. So most challenging voice.
Most challenging voice. When Ash would really monster out, sometimes that was a little hard on my voice. She screams a lot.
Yeah.
Ash in Final Space. So there are a couple of screams that I had to do for a really long time that I was like, I only got one more of those in me.
Oh damn! Did you lose your voice?
I didn't lose it, thankfully.
Okay, good.
But yeah, there are a couple where she like completely unleashes, and that was a lot.
Okay. Most iconic character that you voiced.
I think the answer will change depending on who you ask, probably. But I would think probably Aloy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I agree. Most fun to break out at a party.
Tina.
Really?
I don't break out my characters at parties, really. But
I can tell you're not that person.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to hear me? Hey, everybody, it's me doing a goofy voice. I can tell you're not that type of person.
But Tina's a fun voice. Yeah.
I get asked that often though.
Oh, really?
At parties, and I'm like, fuck you, and I just walk away. Go to the punch bowl. Most annoying to fans.
Well, you can answer that apparently.
Wait a minute.
It's Danica, right?
I don't think. Okay, look, I don't think Danica is annoying though.
I think some people find Tina really annoying.
Yeah.
But I have heard most recently that people find Danica annoying. So I would say it's probably Danica.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going with Danica then.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love her. Look, for any Danica fans out here, I'm amongst you.
If you were asking me though, I would say Sasha. You're obsessed with pricked potatoes. What the hell's wrong with you?
She's trying to find
She's
some
a
joy
fictional
in it.
character. I actually just
you went to
like
a place.
Real.
You went to a place.
I honestly did.
Yeah,
I honestly did
yeah.
for just a second.
Yeah, I saw it.
But no, I love all of the characters that you voice. Holistically, I feel like you bring a lot of depth to the characters that you voice, and a lot of energy and a lot of your own spirit to these voices. And Ashly, I want to thank you so much for talking to me about your
Thanks
career.
for having me.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Thanks. Yeah. Apart from the part where you called me annoying.
No, you called yourself annoying. That was not me.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, I hope so.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Yeah.